Once upon a time, in a desolate village near a vast desert, there resided an elderly man with his 3 sons. Their livelihood depended on a herd of 17 magnificent camels, which they rented out for shipping purposes in the desert. However, tragedy struck when the old man passed away, leaving behind a will that divided his assets amongst his sons. After the funeral and other necessary obligations were fulfilled, the 3 sons gathered to read their father's will. To their surprise and confusion, while their father had evenly distributed all his other possessions, he had devised a unique way to divide the 17 camels. Being an odd and prime number, they could not be divided into equal parts. The will stated that the eldest son would inherit half of the 17 camels, the middle son would receive 1/3, and the youngest son would obtain 1/9. The sons were perplexed, wondering how they could possibly divide the 17 camels according to their father's wishes. It seemed impossible to grant the eldest son exactly half of the camels, and the same dilemma applied to the other 2 sons. Days turned into nights as the brothers tirelessly brainstormed solutions, but their attempts were in vain. They were at a loss, not knowing how to honor their father's wishes and divide the camels as instructed in the will. In their desperation, the brothers decided to seek the guidance of the wise man in their village. They shared their predicament with him, hoping for a glimmer of hope. As soon as he heard their dilemma, the wise man's eyes sparkled with understanding, and he immediately devised a solution. The wise man instructed the brothers to bring all 17 camels to him, and they eagerly obliged. He then added one of his own camels to the group, thereby increasing the total number to 18. With the 18 camels in place, the wise man requested the eldest son to read their father's will once more. According to the will, the eldest son was entitled to half of the camels. Now, with a total of 18 camels, half amounted to 9 camels, and so the eldest son received his rightful share. However, with the remaining 9 camels, the wise man proceeded to challenge the second son to read the will. As mentioned, he was to receive 1/3 of the camels. With the addition of the wise man's camel, the total became 18 camels divided by 3, which equaled 6 camels. The second son happily claimed his share of 6 camels. The sum of the camels distributed amongst the elder sons amounted to 9 plus 6, which equated to 15 camels. Finally, it was the turn of the youngest son to read his portion of the will. He was assigned 1/9 of the total number of camels, which now stood at 18. Calculating 1/9 of 18 resulted in 2 camels, which were considered the rightful share of the youngest son. In total, the brothers received 9 plus 6 plus 2 camels, amounting to 17 camels, as specified in their father's will. The wise man then reclaimed his additional camel, leaving the brothers with precisely what was intended for them. This tale teaches us the value of intelligence and problem solving. By finding a common ground and utilizing their wisdom, the wise man was able to help the brothers overcome their predicament. No matter how challenging a problem may seem, there is always a solution waiting to be discovered.